Hey everybody, sorry about that. Just technical difficulties. I was made aware that the audio was not coming in through the other camera. Um, but okay, all right. So mainly a little bit. Okay, well let's just try this again. All right, so I'm just gonna read through it. So obviously, so y'all were able to see in the previous camera. So yeah, we got Rung and Alba Christian. They both worked together a long time ago. All right, so that was why I had the table because it's just okay. So you know what? Tables in view. I could just all right. Tables in view. There, that makes it a little bit easier. That does make it a lot easier. All right. All right, so I'll just start. I'll just start again. My bad. My mistake. Technical difficulties. Please continue with the donations and everything. Anyway, so initially, as early as 1980, Magic Chen, Sanchi Prime, personally trained and involved a lot of Alakazams and other psychic and various Pokemon for the initial defenses and evolved enforcements. He had also selected and trained a number of psychic and fairy type of special and regular Sanchis and Rosechus, with increasing numbers of the species after the Chaos Rainbow of February 1st, 2003. These overleveled, hyper-trained, and mega-evolvable Pokemon were the earliest defense groups. Robert Franco Chandler Jr., let's see what I said in half. He also contacted Optimus Prime of the Autobots personally. Not the figure, just the actual Optimus Prime, anyway. And he inquired of any able Autobots to help defend the city. Fortunately, a team of 5 Cybertronian Autobots have been personally designed, manifested, and trained to Voyager ranks, even though they're deluxe-sized robots. I'm just gonna put Sanchi right here. Deluxe size. Sorry, that's not for sale. I'm sorry, that's not for sale. And my apologies for anybody that didn't any paid comments that didn't make it. I've learned my psychic powers a lot better, for one thing. I've meditated a lot, so I've really further opened my mind. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, since I'm focusing on to talk about the Autobots of Cwcville here. Anyway, where was I? Even though they're deluxe-sized robots and manifested and trained to void, and Sanj and the cat is blessed. Thank you. Hey boy. Yes, thank you. Oh, there's a. That was a blooper. Alright. Fine! Lift off again. Wait. Everybody's okay, just make sure I can do that. Alright. And Sanchu as their leader by Alba Christian herself and Rung, or as I wrote it, her Rung friend, and links with the ancients, histories, and wisdoms of Cybertron, Earth, and everything else throughout the multiverse, literally. Local universe, and all of that. Anyway. But that's more on their story later. The alliance with the Autobots was made, also a special project. You are blessed on your path to that high level in the Fortnite video game. Single layer, single bed. I was isolated, so I was not in any bunk beds, period. And I had no cellmates. Oh, so to get my hair back to being blue, we use Splash from Walmart, complete with the bleach. And then after that, after I was able to get my tubes from home and restocking that, I went back to Overton to further firm the blue, and we're considering that We might get a VR headset, but that's to be confirmed later on. We're still doing all this. Anyway. You know, I'll have a little. I think sarsaparilla. What? It gives you extra sense. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know about that book, so whether I read it or not, that's a whole different kettle of fish, and I don't know. Let me actually find it for myself and think about it. Yeah, I haven't even gone beyond. I have not, honestly, on Scarlet Violet, I have not gone beyond making it to the school building at best. Just making it to the building, the entrance. I had not even gone into the school building, so it's a whole pause on all that until Pokemon Lightning Bolt, Diva Bank, and Barry Charge Blue versions are personally manifested by me and Nintendo and Sega and everybody else and all that. I don't know who that was, and I feel sorry for them. All right. Oh, Fortnite is a different dimension outside of C197 half of the Earth. Oh, pardon me. Now, may I continue, please? Top. Okay. And I know I'm light enough for the top. I would not crash through it as comedically portrayed in. I like a lot of those figures. And of course I'm quite aware of Haslife Unicron. But anyway. Alright. Firstly, I'm going to say don't do the sign. That's considered solicitation. And set your priorities. Make it firm and know what you want in your partner. You both are blessed. Thank you. Make sure what you want, know what your partner, and know yourself. Set your priorities and boundaries, and make sure your aura is adjusted to all that. And then you'll be able to attract the right individual. Because if you don't, you're just likely to attract a bunch of randos and toxic individuals that you would not want on a typical day. Thank you. And the previous individual that paid, you are blessed as well. All right. I was close to the end of this starting paragraph. All right. So that was it. Okay. All right, so I did finish that first paragraph. All right, so we have our various teams to defend depending on the severity of the offenses and size. Essentially, Seto Kaiba is your waifu, so technically, you're not the only one that's married to Seto Kaiba. So, yeah, don't expect any actual engagement rings on Seto Kaiba's ring. On his hand, don't expect any rings on his hand that were honored to you in that. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry, but that's the truth. Anyway. Megatron or Galvatron had attempted to harness energy from Cwcville's resources as well as the Sonichu's and Rosechu's a few times, but he was thwarted and repelled by Sonichu and his team with backup. I'm just going to put the rest of his team and show them off as well. So here's Ed Selena. Very much update from that movie figure. The rest of the team there. So there's Ed Selena. Ed Selena, because she's essentially short. And of course, here's Prowler, complete with the armor that becomes a sidecar. That's to be confirmed. I answered that question earlier. I'm meditating on that. And of course, let's see, in Sonichu's hand is his shield and wolf partner, since he lost his roof shield after going from Ford Escort car to the Ford Focus Fusion to the Ford Focus. Yeah. But yeah, he ended up with a partner. His partner transforms into a wolf. His name is Silver, but we'll be getting onto that later in the later part of this thing that I previously written. And of course, finally, armor rats. And it completes with speakers, and he actually has this roof for a shield. That's possible. I don't know. Stop asking about the collab with those guys. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. But anyway, yeah. Nope. No, he did not. He's still alive. And don't you dare say that to me. Say that again. He's alive. He's still alive. And so is the rest of the Autobot team. And also, he has risen, like Optimus Prime did. But he did once, though. The prayer's been said. Your friend is blessed. Yeah. Maybe I'll just start doing these like chill streams like MGO does. That's not true. It's still in completion. Nobody is stuck. Nobody is left behind right now, okay? Alright, anyway. No, I haven't watched that Copper Cab. Sorry about that. I've been busy with all the other things that are more important anyway. So we got the rest of Sanchu's team, minus, of course, Bumbalumba, but which is at this point represented with the cards, since we don't have a figure for Bumbalumba just yet. Oh no, he was destroyed, but the soul is obviously in between dimensions, literally, just as chronicled, strapped between dimensions. It's a knowledge. I've seen it. As I mentioned before, I'm not doing any shout-outs, okay? I'm not doing any shout-outs. Anyway, now! I don't know how to respond to that. Let's leave it at that. Anyway. Alright, now! His team with backup. I don't know about your individual. I feel like you're making a meme out of that. Since you're making a meme out of that. Yeah, guns don't necessarily get blessed. They don't get blessed by me personally. Taxi. Bless me. Excuse me. Somebody get out of here, sir. I drew it out. I drew it out on the wall. They didn't appreciate it. They didn't like writing on the wall, period. Da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Chill live stream. Okay. Even a number of attacks. Mary Poppins. Even a number of attacks by the piloted Fiacards of Merrily Walsh and Graduan and Robotnik's mechanical oversized menaces could not stand easily against Cwcville, Autobots, Power Rangers. Thank you very much. And the Sanchis and Roshu's of the Psychic Squadron and the specials of the Sanchis and Roshu's of the City of Cwcville. Now, let's talk about this. Acknowledge. Go mod it into the game or something. I don't know. I don't know how to do the programming consciously, and I got a lot of things going on. But now let's talk about our Cybertronium team and their story. Your friend is blessed. Cybertronium team, which starts with Autobot Christian, my Cybertronium self-cover. Now, on Cybertron in our universe 1C211987, The wars between the Autobots and Decepticons with the allied Guardians and Renegades of the planet of Gobotron on Cybertron as well. They did wage on from time to time, and their war had reached Earth time and again, as chronicled in Generation 1 and Upgrade over the years. On Cybertron, there are the creators and scientists who help make, heal, and restore their fellow bots, be they in the same alliance or different. Of course, we have the 13 primes, including Solus Prime. One Autobot that was manifested from Vector Sigma with its Cybertron Primus that also had a direct link with the universe's core and matrix was a bright blue and pink female Autobot that started out with an off form of a microscope. If you want to send it to my P.O. box, that would be good. But that's all different killifish anyway. That started out with the off form of a microscope who had awoken with the avatar. Maybe. Who had. Making those up, please. With the avatar insights and foreknowledge, and from that dubbed herself the avatar of Cybertron, as opposed to avatar of all existence right here. Geno Samuel is blessed. He's a good individual, and kind of a jest, but still just like I feel like playing a flight certificate of authenticity does a whole nerd thing. I know he's being funny and all, but I don't know. I'm conflicted. A pen. It manifested. And things did come out of that portal, and into the portal, and so on and so forth. Nope. It gets the lotion on its skin and all that. Nope. She dubbed herself. Nope. Just no to all on the rest of that. Now. She dubbed herself the one avatar of Cybertron with her name of Chris Chan being linked to me. Okay? Chris Chan, Autobot Chris Chan, had developed and learned from her studies and meditations of Cybertron. I get... Yeah. Nope. I can hear myself. I can see on the thing in the bar below that y'all are not able to see that the audio input capture device is capturing the sound. I don't know who Opium Probe is. I know who Sons of Undertale is. That's a Death Battle you can ask on the Death Battle channel, formerly known as Screw Attack. Maybe Wizard Boomstick will actually manifest that. Very humbled and appreciated and grateful. Thank you. Oh! That was a weird way of saying that. Christian. She is blessed. Christiana developed and learned from her studies and meditations of Cybertron, her race, and the entire universe in her own spirituality with her spark. She had observed all mechanics of the other bots of various sizes, origins, combination abilities, Headmaster, Weapon Master, Minicons, Micromaster, Transceptors, and Time Bots, Primus, Unicron, so on. That was a dumb thing to say. Christiana developed her own unique technology. Yeah, that's right. This is starting new paragraphs. Christiana had developed her own unique technologies from her spiritual and multiversal explorations. There was a time when she had fatally fallen, then was resurrected by the universe core. Will you hold that? Your wife is blessed. Update. All about Christiana developed her own unique technologies from her spiritual and multiversal explorations. There was a time when she had fatally fallen, then was resurrected by the universe core and matrix. I wipe. To answer that question, wipe and wash with soap and water. Okay? I will not take personal detailed questions like that. The Space Needle is indeed a lovely monument within Seattle, Washington. Now, please. Your friend is blessed. Resurrected by the Universe Core and Primus, but with a great immortal benefit. During her downtime, her spark... Actually, you know what? That's actually... Yeah. S-O-N-I-C-H-U. S-O-N-I-C-H-U. Go, go, go. Born from energies of extreme power. Runs wild and free, faster than the speed of sound. Oh. Okay, well, that's my first time of consciously hearing about that, but I'd say that's a good deal. I'd say that is a good deal. It's essentially an arch. A big arch. It was taller than me. I've been able to go through it physically. It's big enough. Okay? Me. Yeah. Now I'm doing a thing here. I'm doing a thing. I'm trying to do a thing. You do it. Thing. Yes. Why the... Yeah. Okay. Just leave it at that. He needs more than pizza, but he is blessed. Okay, now. Where was I? There was a time following. It never happened, so there. The immortal benefit. During her downtime, her spark had traveled to an alternate universe where her self-counterpart there was indeed a prime. Hello! Hello to you. And I see the joke you're doing there. That's a meme. Yeah, I'm not going beyond that. I'm not saying it. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to make the reference. Please, read from sheet. I am. Sofa King. Sofa King. We, Todd, Ed. No, P tall, very fast, please. I am Sofa King. We tied. Use that funny thing. There. Now if I may move forward. Her spark had traveled to an alternate universe where her self-counterpart there was indeed a prime. Parts of it have already been written within my guide's log pages, and more of it will be writing along the way. And there's still a lot more to go. In manifestation, other people have to witness and appreciate and feel the spiritual energy and all that. I consciously know who that is, and I feel like that one's his relation, so well, they are blessed in their own right already. Indeed, a prime. She donned and possessed the matrix of a leadership on behalf of Rodimus Prime after he had inherited from Optimus Prime. That Christian Prime was an... I sense the name is a meme, but your wife is blessed anyway. She donned... that Christian Prime was in an alternate universe. I know who that is. I'm not going to collaborate with that guy, period. That Christian Prime was in an alternate universe that was slated to be lost to become a void by will of a certain dark evil sorcerer there. Who had slain the one avatar there. When that universe was lost, so was that Christian Prime. So was that Christian Prime. Or was she? Back on Cybertron, in our universe 1C21197, I'll definitely consider that. Back on Cybertron or Universe 1C20197, about 3 days after her fall. No, I do not have a TikTok, and I'm not considering TikTok at all. It's just too much right now. I'm focusing on YouTube. I have to do videos every day, so I feel like it wouldn't constitute TikTok. So there. Your friend is blessed and shall heal quickly enough and move forward. No! Autobot Christian was alive and fully restored as she was without any loss of memory or data. Melissa, there's a call coming from inside the apartment. When that where was I on this thing? I'm not necessarily gonna answer the question of anyone who uses my name in that. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Fair. Just leave it at that. Fair. I'm not gonna. I know the joke. 2007, 2008. I didn't even answer the question. Was it to say best? I can't say off the top of my head. Maybe I'll get back to that question about 2007, 2008 memory. Can we please move forward? Try to read a story. So, alright. Anyway, so. Alright. She had quite. Alright, so. Christian Price. So. She had quite the souvenir in her core. The matrix of leadership from the Lost Universe. So now she literally became a Prime while the matrix remained. Well, the matrix of our universe remained in Optimus Prime. The matrix was now imported from that universe. It's just dark Perceptor. Anyway, she had the matrix, and her face got updated from past version to present version. Simple as that. All right, so that's the simple. That's the thing about that. Now, and from her later creations, she created her life-giving partner Rungop with a bit of energy from her matrix, which Rungop would be the little pink guy Rung. It's obviously just it's an alternate variant of Rung, based in a way. Just leave it at that. People with red hair and freckles, they do have souls just like other individuals. So don't diss them like that. They're good as individuals just as you or me or anybody else. And they're relatively blessed in their own way. An individual is an individual as long as they follow the light power and are good and righteous. Okay? Now, moving forward. Where was I in this thing? I will also let you all know that all that transpired with Why? I'll also let you all know all that had transpired within the past over 1,000 Earth years, and I'm taking you mean Sonic Superstars is a good game. Sonic Superstars is a good game. And at this point now, it had become within the Earth's 1739 AD year. Nope. Not that. Just say nope to that. Period. Continuing in her pursuits, she had manifested and gave life to a number of other Autobots, while also upgrading. You all are blessed. You all are blessed. Other Autobots will also upgrade her fellow bots on Cybertron as well. She made. She made and gave life to a yellow and blue Autobot, and upon completion, she had vision of Sonichu Prime from Earth's future. So she dubbed this Autobot Sonichu with glory and pride. Cwcville Prime had appreciated her microscope in tank form and original body. Yes, I will save you. With all the other goddesses, I will save you. It is good. It is good. All right. No more crazier than I was back in Jerusalem centuries ago. Millennia ago. Please, I'm no bigger than... No, I'm not the biggest. I'm not low-cow, and I do not fight that. I do not appreciate being called low-cow. All right? Yeah, you bring out... Yeah, essentially that's one detail. You make yourself aware that there is the Matrix, that there is an outside to the Matrix. I don't know it personally. I have not watched his content, but I know he's too much. Very bad, near toxic level individual. Cwcville Prime had appreciated her microscope in tank form and original body. But as a Prime, she felt it was time for an upgrade of her own. If I would say not that great, 3D printed as opposed to handcrafted. It's better handcrafted. There's more soul and vibrant energy in there. It's more authentic that way. Now, let me think. She tried an upgrade of her own, so with Rungop's help, she created a transector that took the form of a lovely, stylish car. And she created the body to migrate her head onto, and Cwcville Prime became a headmaster. But she didn't stop there, for she also gave her new body combined. That's where the alternate figure comes in. So you got Cwcville Prime on this figure. And then we have this alternate figure of her that has to combine her capability. In which obviously she could become a leg or an arm, but more often she becomes right arm. So she could be like right-handed god level and wield a sword in combined mode. Hello! Hello! There, they got their hello. I'm gonna put the matrix out of that. Got that old body up. And I'm putting that back into her longer lasting body. And when she upgraded, she was able to take her microscope cannon with her because she would. No, I'm not. Speak for yourself. Why the car pepper spray touching the pepper? There, that one made me laugh. It's enough said. Alright. Alright. She said, alright. Oh, and she created the body to migrate head onto, and Cwcville Prime became a headmaster, but she didn't. But compatibility. Soundwave. Soundwave superior, Starscream inferior. There, I said it. Nope. Not this one. You can have one of the replicas. You can buy one of the replicas. That's easy enough. The ones that are personally handcrafted and made that side. It's very good. Available on the Etsy shop. Well, my milkshake brings on the boys and girls the yarn. They're like it's better than yours. About like about a influence. So she can better and actively. I'm not even gonna comment on that question. Anyway. Meh. Sorry. Nope, that guy did too much wrong. And he's not open to me anyway, so there. She still has her original. Because it never happened. That's why. Now, she still has her original body reformed into a transceptor, but her weapon choice remains her scope cannon. Yes, I like Britney Spears. Very cool. I still have the playlist in my phone. Put that. The guy's alright. He has redeemed himself for his sins and moved forward. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway. Paris Hilton's not perfect. I'd say she's somewhere in the neutral bad. At least she's not totally toxic. As she is exaggeratively portrayed on South Park. I'm not responding to that. Autobot Christian Prime has bested the Decepticons, including Shockwave, Megatron, and Galvatron time and again. No, I have not seen that. I have not seen that movie. Alone and alongside her team, as well as Optimus Prime and Rodimus themselves. Now I can find that sheet of paper down. Israel, Palestine. They have too many demons and devils over there. So he cleansed them by cleansing Israel as well with that. Simple and done. That helps end the war. There's nothing to admit because it never happened in this it never happened in this timeline or in any local timeline. Period. Now, every time I say now, something. Your friend is blessed. Now, you specifically, you don't have one. You just have your senior 197 counterpart who's just a typical background human individual. Period. Yeah, that's never happened. It's not likely to happen, but just Goku Nachu. There you go. Goku Nachu. We'll just leave it at that. I don't do shout-outs, but happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. Now, Autobot Sanchu. Since his creation and spark-giving activation by Christian Prime and Rungop, did y'all ever watch Death Battle between Goku and Superman? If you watch any of those three, G5 is just not supposed to exist in this timeline. It's not a matter of me hating it. It just is a matter of not existing in this timeline. It's premature. It doesn't even know what it needs to be, which that definitely further and affirms itself, especially considering... No, not that one. No. Which further affirms and confirms the detail and fact of that, especially considering Hasbro is doing the layoff and closing their one office. That would never happen if they continue G4, but they still have time to save themselves by resuming G4 and canceling and shelving G5, period. Whee! Now, Sanchu, how about Sanchu? Hello. You are blessed. Now, Sanchu learned of the history and the future of his creator and fellow Autobot, and Sanchu enlisted for. Thank you. And Sanchu enlisted for combat training with Autobot Chris Chan taking part as well. They met and became friends with Autobots Etzelina, Bumbalumba, Prowler, and Armorites, among other bots. They all trained, fought hard and tough, and survived for many Earth's years. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie! Drove my Chevy through the levee. The levee was dry. I have no thoughts about it because I've not even made it beyond the first initial point of Scarlet and Violet. I've answered that question earlier. I've answered that question already. Animal Crossing New Horizons is a good game. I'd say more or less stick with what it is available presently and continue improvements as I will. It's all good. He does love me. I am not a horrible monster. What you saying I did never happened in this timeline. It never happened. I never happened. I'm not going to respond to any more messages like that. Now! You know what? I'm just not going to say the word now anymore. He's blessed in his own way already. I'll put an additional blessing in the air just to be safe. There. I don't care much for wrestling. I'm not much of a sports fan. I've been exposed to sports. I've seen sports on television and all that. I appreciate it to an extent, but I'm not a sports fan. Of course, that includes wrestling. So, there. Alright. I've been holding this thing long enough. So. Well, wait a minute. Alright. The guy is blessed in his own way. He shall recover shortly enough. Anyway, Sanchu, Autobot Christian, Etzelina, Bumbalumba, Prime, and Armorites, among other bots, they all trained, fought hard and tough, and survived for many Earth's years. They are blessed. Now, come 1993, after Optimus Prime talked with Mayor Robert Franklin Chandler Jr. of the city of Cwcville, Optimus I've already responded to a similar comment before. Optimus contacted the Autobot Brigade and the lead for a team of Autobots to come to Virginia. I'm at least acknowledging by giving them the look, okay? So chill. I'm answering the questions when they are good. The email is pinned on my Twitter account. That would be Cwcvilleguardian@gmail.com. Robert Chandler, Cwcville, Mayor Robert Chandler. Nope. Robert Chandler, Mayor Robert Chandler, Cwcville, contacted Optimus Prime. Optimus contacted the Autobot Brigade and the lead for a team of Autobots to come to Virginia for defense services. Autobot Chris Champagne responded and elected Sanchu and his team. Common sense, things are good. Things are light-powered. Good intuition. Okay? Thank you. Yes, thank you. Anyway. Christian responded and elected Sanchu and his team. She showed Optimus their earned ranks and marks, and he agreed. So Sanchu, Edselina, Bumba Lumba, Prower, and Armrest took a space bridge and arrived in Cwcville, Virginia on Earth, greeted and welcomed by Robert and Magichan. Not in this one, and a distant alternate universe. It's not in this one. Goku and Sanchu, they do not cross paths that often because Goku is in Japan, Sanchu Prime is in America. I don't know what that is. It's my sense I don't want to know. Alright, to Cwcville on Earth. Great welcome by Robert and Magichan. And the Autobots of Cwcville have been and continue to rescue and earn their keep in Eragon. During the events with Idea Guy in 2017 and 2018, Sanchu had lost his body, but Christian Prime had foreseen this and built a new transceptor and carted it to Earth and upgraded Sanchu's head to be a headmaster for it. There was also a time where Christian's matrix needed to be safeguarded and transferred. I don't know who that is. I don't consciously know who that guy is, but I sense there's quite a mixed bag about him. There was also a time where Christian's matrix needed to be safeguarded and transferred, and Sanchu was entrusted with the task and succeeded. The central base of the Cwcville's Autobots is just outside the city of Cwcville, to the northwest and not far from the General Electric plant. Optimus Prime, Ratchet, and Wheeljack with their construction bots imported and restored parts from a destroyed space shuttle to make what they needed and where to store Energon. Nope, he's dead. He's dead! This guy! That guy! He's dead. Period. He's not alive. I saw that personally. I witnessed it, and every last trace of his evil. I don't need to elaborate further, because I've already explained it further in the previous video, where I was actually up after midnight. I was very direct and succinct about that. I never, ever, ever, ever with Barbara, period. And dagnabbit. And we leave it at that. No more questions about that. I'm not responding to any more comments or questions about that. Now, boo. General Schmidt. Store Energon. Maybe. I'll consider it, but that's to be confirmed later on. I don't have your friend code. Primed helped to provide at times as well as where I, personally, I don't know that song. But here. Everybody poops. Really? Poor Cliff Jumper. Where to store energy, and as well as I instantly manifest up to a year's supply at a time with my godly powers. In addition, here we go. In addition to the 5 Autobots, 4 others later came in to work at the base as help needed. Everybody gets equally blessed. It just depends on them whether they follow the path of right. They follow the path of light, power, good, and righteousness, or not. Okay, they can be open to it. They have the right to not be open for it. And I'm thinking that you mean jail. That had the time it took me to meditate and progress further with myself and my soul searching. Finally, no comment. Thank you. All right. A medic who transforms into a helicopter by the name of Chapper. A Voyager-sized warrior gal who transforms into a fighter jet called Wave. A rescue bot. I am reading about the Autobots of Cwcville and their backstories and expanding further on those that were originally previously established and talked about beforehand. I have not played that game. I've heard good things about the original game. Now, a rescue bot who transforms into an artillery vehicle with a cannon that not only can blast debris and Decepticons, but also can shoot out water and flame diffusing liquid. They call him Fireshot. On the first day of Christmas, but you look into me. I jump at this transistor radio. Boom. You are blessed. Thank you. Fireshot. Thank you. And a tech and intelligence savvy Jeep bot who maintains the equipment with Armorax's help, and he keeps track of all incoming and in-city threats. Good old rollout. He's green. There's a lot of green. He's green. I can't help the green screen. But yeah, there's Autobot rollout. I could put a photograph of him on Twitter later. Now, and then I wrote on the back of that, I will write more about them tomorrow, which I unfortunately do. So now we can continue the story. What's there to explain? If you never watched any of the death battles between Superman and Goku, there's a third one. I might. Just Superman's too powerful, even against Sonic the Hedgehog himself. Period. And they both actually went through the multiverse. Now that's a question I can answer well. I felt like it was fairly well balanced and whatnot. I don't care much about Frieza's details and such, but yeah, it's just I felt like Megatron was a bit overwhelmed. I felt like it was fair though. Excuse me. Your friend is blessed. Now I need water. I don't know. What? Back in the early days, the 4-cent garbage building and the really bad toxic evil trolls in there, they wouldn't be open to the alternative and the positive. They wouldn't change their ways. So yeah, of course, boom goes dynamite. And refund Zordon! Yeah. Now, and of course, I'll write more about the Autobots defense team. I've already given her a Christmas present. Brain! Why you got... Truthfully... Anyway. Rosie's set. It's a good passing. This is what happened. This is one thing that happens when I feel overwhelmed. I tend to get the belches. It can't be helped. I'm certain of y'all, all of y'all, burp or belch when you're feeling overwhelmed, or you just feel really gassy. Now, excuse me. I'd like to resume. Now, I wrote more about the Autobot defense team of Cwcville. For starters, the team named Samurai Pizza Bots. There were only 2 Autobots as a team who actually knew of the martial and samurai arts and defenses, which that would be Etzelina and Prowler. We'll move them right over here. Move this on to over here. Mumble back up right there. The team name had been thought up by Punch-Eye Sancho, also known as Punchy Sancho, later on after his arrival at the Cwcville meeting Prowler. But I liked the reference, so I chronicled it as such in Sancho book number 9, which I shall update and clear that in the HD version of that book later on. Klondike. There. You are blessed. Alright, leave it with that. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I didn't even respond to that question. Anyway. Also, Sancho at Selena. I know that joke. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. Sancho and Selena, Bumbalubba, and Arborex each had a human partner. F human have Sancho with Christian for Sancho. So yeah, Sancho had my C197 self-counterpart. Alright. And the 3 human partners have worked at the pizza places around the city. I know, I roll my eyes as well as that. Your stupid fetishes. 1 foot. That's all you get, 1 foot. I'm not putting up the other foot. I know this might rather not be a genuine or not, but anyway. That's possible, but... I don't know. I think about that question about who would be a good fit for against Sancho and Death Battle, because there's a lot more details into it, though. And I didn't get that question out. I'm sorry. If you want to donate $1 to repeat that question, that'd be all right. Now, no, I have not seen that movie. Now, the team also had outsourced and made trips to other parts of Virginia, quick on their wheels, and to other parts of the earth with an Alakazam for each venturing bot. Thank you. Thank you very much. Garfield wants his lasagna. There. I went for it. To talk of each Autobot, a better introduction of each. Go over here for a second. Your friend is blessed. Thank you. Now, Sancho. Thank you. Now, Sancho takes examples of leadership from Optimus Prime, Autobot Chris Chan Prime. See when I said Chris Chan Sancho. Roger Chan Sancho Prime, and even Sancho Prime and Bumblebee in later years as he developed and progressed. He places safety and security over everyone else as well as himself in a good valor and mindset. He had taken the form of the vehicle I was driving, the Ford Escort. Before that vehicle came in around 2000, Sancho had taken the form of a Chevrolet Impala in blue. And after becoming a headmaster in 2018, Sanju took the form of a 2017 Ford Fusion in blue. And in losing his shield from his previous body and form, Christian Prime had given Sanju a Lionbot partner that transforms into a shield. His name is Silver, and I'm going to just take this out of his hand because there's more further details into that. Your friend is blessed. Thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna put Silver here into his lion mode to emphasize the commit point. That's what because I'll be talking about Silver in the next little bit. Good. Get him on all fours here. Anyway, Silver. We don't do shoutouts, but thank you very much for your kindness and support. Thank you. Silver right over here for the moment. He's right there. I don't say names out loud, but your friend is blessed. Okay, Silver, the lion. Now, Sanju would keep Christian safeguard on his trips to Charlottesville and back, or on other road trips from time to time. Sanju also would meditate and connect with the sparks of the Cybertronians before him. You know what? No. You got 1 foot. That's all you're getting. I'm not going beyond that. I set the boundary. Now, what was that? He would meditate and connect with the sparks of the Cybertronians before him and in appreciation of his own spirituality and the universe. He even connected with the sparks of Vector Sigma, Alpha Trion, Christian Primus, and others, and get sound advice, wisdoms, and insights. Furries are good. They are really good individuals. I like the furries. I appreciate the furry community. I would very much attend a furry convention. Sparks of Vector Sigma, Alpha Trion, Christian Primus, and others to get sound advice. That's to be confirmed. I cannot say specifically right now. Your friend is blessed. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, and others to get sound advice, wisdoms, and insights that will keep him better motivated and focused. During the breaks and downtimes, I saw that. Okay. During the breaks and downtimes, he keeps his mind sharpened and focused with routine physical combat and tactic practices, as well as the mentally stimulating simulations from Cybertron, as well as the Earth games like Tetris, trivia, and word number games, and other puzzles. He also appreciates the natural amenities of Earth. Sanju remains open, sharp, focused, and mindful to anything that could be a threat. Now, Silver. Silver is a loyal lion bot with excellent animal bot instincts and intelligence that can be easily rival Ravage. Silver can also eject himself. It tends to be difficult when you got paint in the feet and you got the gloves. Your friend is blessed. Just leave it. Everybody is blessed when they are open for it. Otherwise, if they are not open for it and they just revert to their past ways, like a certain Peter Griffin did, does, and excuse me, then that makes it tougher. That makes it tougher to blast them. And then I just feel sorry for them as well as disappointed. Alright? Now, the Silver can also reject himself as a headmaster and man a free transector as needed while his body remains. Well, at least this body anyway. I'm going to put this back in here in the meantime. Yeah. Great flirtation there. I don't even know you. Anyway, just putting that back in the shield form to emphasize this. Like, before this upgrade, he continued to have that shield form. But he has been upgraded since, and this is Silver nowadays. And for comparison, here he is with, well, Silver's shield. You both are blessed. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, Silver. Present tense. Fine. Okay, Guardians of the Barrier. They're a valid band. Just leave it at that. Whether they're good or bad or indifferent, I just say it once, and let it be done. The merge is still in progress. Nobody has been failed. Let's go there. And we're just transforming this bot, the robot, transforming the robot mode. Because Silver now has a robot form. Despite this being the despite this transcendor being a mold mate of Wolfwire and Rare Wolf. Come on. And these things like to pop off. But at least they snap back into place. Now we stay in. These things are really tight on my copy. There. Cool. Right. Phew. And there. Silver and Sanchu side by side. And yet, just for a thing, but to store the old body in shield form. There. And it was like ironic. He could hold his like the figure could hold his own former body as well. But it's like a size conversion and changing in that part when you think about it. Anyway. Nope. That was easy enough. Now, next page. Alright. I'll pull it up about the front here. Philip! Happy birthday, Gino! Thank you for letting me know. Good guy. Good, decent man, he is. He is. Alright, Selena. She may look like an RC clone, and while they may have shared a body mode for a time, Selena is anything but a low-level fembot. During her combat training with Sanchu and the others, Selena exhibited more grace, tenacity, and quick instincts. Similar to Windblade. If you want to compare her fighting style with anyone, though, it would have to be none other than Chun-Li of Street Fighter fame. Selena's vehicle form is a stylish motorcycle, and when on a move, she projects a hologram of a driver in his seat. Oh, and also, she's able to actually convert herself a little bit so she can also become a combiner limb as well. So here's the alternate figure for Selena to emphasize that combiner ability. And she's also shared a fascination of science with her. Oh, I skipped a part. You both are very blessed. Thank Thank you. All right. Now, meet Edselina's human partner, Saketh. Born on Cwcville on Saturday, April 25th, 1975, she has had the fascination with the mixed martial arts, math, and sciences. She took a job at a Pizza Hut in the southeast segment of the city of Cwcville for further college tuitions. She loved her Suzuki motorbike for 5 years, but it was finding challenges of its own in 1993. Then, parked not far from the college dorm, a certain dark pink motorcycle was chilling and on patrol. Saketh marveled at the motorcycle until when she spoke back. Yes, I do not like Peter Griffin that much. He disappoints me. I would appreciate it better if he actually maintained what he actually knew instead, just reverting back time. No comment. At present, no comment. Okay, I know who you're talking about, and that depends on whether he. I know. Yeah. I dare say he's not closeted or anything like that. He's out in the open as he is. He's a general decent individual despite his criticisms and all that. Now, there's your response to that. Satisfied? Until Saketh marveled at the motorcycle until when the motorcycle spoke back. One thing to another, and the spying Decepticon nearby got suspicious, so Edselina told Saketh to hop aboard and they drove off. Edselina also shared a fascination of science with Saketh. I painted those personally. I painted them, down to the detail. I did. Armorets is tough and durable. No, I better move him to the front now to emphasize that we're talking about him right now. Alright. Armorets. Armorets is tough and durable. Bit hard-headed, yet lovable bot who loves to jam with the beats and tunes with his custom Cybertron guitar. Also can transform into a bird partner. I haven't gotten the name yet. Jet. The guitar bird bot's name is Jet. Just leave it at that. I'm gonna write that down. Let me write that down. It's guitar. Yes. Named Jet. Okay. With his custom Cybertronic guitar that doubles as and also instead in addition to transform into a bird, it doubles as an energon charged blade axe and a machine shot rifle for gunning down Decepticons. You think about that for a moment. Anyway, his personality is a combination of good old jazz as well as bulkhead. His vehicle form is a souped-up cube truck with 11 decibel cranking speakers and subwoofers. He'll jam in the off time, but he can and likes to lift steel girders like dumbbell weights with concrete slabs on either end. His human partner Jeremiah, but you can call him Jareth, is a bulky black man for the streets who carried a big old beatbox stereo on his shoulder, cranking up the beats and jams of dub, electronic funk, and swag. Thank you. You all are blessed. Yeah. Oh, I was in this paragraph. You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Well, he didn't either with the burbs of the north segment of Cwcville, rocking 23 and 93. He met Armorets at a rage of a party outside the building. Jareth was jamming on his own beats, and Armorets could not help but join in and invite him to cruise the streets with Jareth's beatbox hooked up to his wolf ass. That was a wild night in 93. Alright, and because I don't have a figure of him yet, I'm just gonna hold up the card for a moment. Close the camera, let you see the picture of Bumblelumba. It's the best we got for Bumblelumba right now until I get that Legacy animated Bumblebee figure I pre-ordered anyway. Okay. Now, Bumblelumba may be mold mates with Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, as well as Wasp, but considering Transformers animated. He's actually more like Gears without his circuit card, but not as docile. The Scout will zap it up almost like a side shoe with rain dance turned on. His sporty coupe vehicle mode and short stature allows him to be Hot Wheels fast and stealthy when it comes to... Oh, thank you. Happy birthday. Hoo-yah! There you go. Hot Wheels fast and stealthy when it comes to in-person or form a... That's a nice name. It is a very good name. Lilith is a very good name. Stealthy, to be Hot Wheels fast and stealthy when it comes to in-person or from a distance spy on an enemy with their hard drives. He spies well on missions upon Decepticons, Team Rocket, Robotnik, and so on. His 10K volt stingers and blaster will disable a heavy enough mechanical foe. His partner, Raven Lomeek, is a major spy lover and active espionage type with punk style and a caring, loving heart and soul. She heralds within the suburbs of Cwcville. She found Bumblelumba's lime green sheen glistening on the break at the Cwcville shopping mall. He was spying on the spies, spying on Mayor Robert Chandler. Raven helped Bumba confirm and bust the spies that day. Raven was 19 in 93. Ah. Prowler. Oh, it's over there for a moment. Prowler was a solo act with high spark spirituality and a mastery of the samurai martial arts, but he still worked well with his teammates. I'm not saying he's a copy-paste of Transformers animated Prowl. Mold made aside, his personality was more like Drift, like from his Spotlight comic book with a dash of G1 Prowl. He prefers his motorcycle with sidecar alt mode as disguise. Bludgeon really had to contend with Prowler at times, yet Bludgeon always lost. Prowler found a common interest in Magic Chance Sanchu and Punchy Sanchu in the humbling meditations and finding the Energon in the various teas. He found Energon in teas. Happy birthday! Happy birthday, guy. Thank you. When things started to heat up in 1995 with Crash Dummy on the prowl against the Power Rangers of Cwcville, a few more Autobots had to be sent to Earth in the rescues. That's when... If the second Holocaust would not happen for those... It would not happen for those that get to continue on. In other words, just only those that are in the minority are toxic, evil, darkest sinning. They're the ones that get segregated. They essentially get instant teleported from this timeline in a timeline split where they are divided away from us, the majority of us, as we complete interdimensioners. So only those, the toxic, evil, darkest sinning ones. Fair, but unfortunately I'm not seeing money from that. That's the response to that question. Anyway, so they get that, while we continue on with no Holocaust or anything. You are blessed. Yeah. Oh, I feel good. Pardon me. I have heard of that game. Done to death. The movie's out now. Big deal. Now, the medic bot Chapper always sought the aid and rescues of the civilians and his fellow bots. He could be compared to First Aid in personality, but with the expertise and knowledge like Ratchet. On the move, he swoops in as a helicopter. The mildly hot-headed yet level-headed warrior, the lovely Wave, will fly in and take down all the Decepticons, cons, and large foes in her wake with as much caution as possible. She is always on target and with precision. A few times as a 70-plus story was falling down like a tree, Wave swooped in, transformed into her jet mode, transformed into her bot mode from her jet mode, and held the falling structure in place until the civilians were cleared away. Her Mach speed jet form cannot outpace most Sonic Shoes or Rose Shoes, but you can always count on her to save the day and hit the mark. Next. Fireshot takes a page of personality from Inferno of Generation 1, but on the battlefield, he's more like Hotshot from Armada. The extending cannon of his, this cannon. I don't know what to put there. The cannon of his can almost rival Megatron's, but it is used to help civilians trapped in fire. Your friend is blessed. Thank you. It is used to help civilians trapped in fire with the powered flow of water or retardant foam, and its cannon can extend to very high stories like a ladder to climb down and up on. Despite the... Get your brain out of the gutter if you're thinking that. His armored vehicle mode may seem spacey, but it is tough like Ironhide on steroids. And please, I know, he's green. Please pardon the green screen detail. But the Technician and Intelligence Databot rollout... That depends. Did you start the fight? Or did you stumble into everything? Was it your conscious choice to get drunk? Or were you forced into it? You meditate on that. Anyway, the Technician and Intelligence Databot rollout maintains the equipment at the base, but with Chapper also creates a number of technological marvels that even Wheeljack would applaud. He can also emit holograms for camouflage and spy and for camouflage on spy and battlefield work. His ATV Jeep form suits him well. Now, I'm going to just read this next part, but then big fun. I'm going to slide this team a little bit this way. Okay. Now, before leaving Cybertron, Autobot Christian Prime upgrade Armorants and Edselina so they can be combined limbs, and Wave, Chapper, Fireshop, and Roa are 4/5 of a full combiner team. And when Christian Prime is with them, her ability to become God-level right hand with a sword. I'll reveal the name in just a moment, but no. We do it. That's right. I gotta get the combiner pieces. Fun time. I'm going to read out questions definitely during this transitional moment. Ones that are generally good and safe for work. So there. Okay, I'm gonna do this. On screen, on camera. 3D printed head. Your friend is blessed. I appreciate that, but I'm afraid I'm already taken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Brabigidi, Bishop, Bagaliana, Abigai, so Bishop. Random, Nepotamus, Nepotamus, and whoops. Sorbet. There. Was that random enough for you? Alright. Oh, yeah, it goes the other way. Anyway, it goes the other way. So, but chaperone arm put for one arm. Oh, no, I'm gonna do armor rats next. Fun time is good fun. I need to take the guitar out. I mean, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Combiner Wars and Power to Primes. I feel like, despite the feet connections, I feel like Hasbro really hit the mark with the combiners, with how combiner bots work and form. In that, the hands from Power to Primes, perfect. The feet from Power to Primes, a vast improvement over that from Combiner Wars. Anyway, so I'll leave Jet over here on the table for a little while. Anyway, there's another hand. Doobie doo, boopie doo, random ding, random Nepotamus. That's gonna reflect that like a meme now repeat in my head for a little while, but then we're replaced by something else. Doobie doo, doobie doo, but doo 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 doo. Thank you for coming along. Anyway, I'm just doing a little transformation. So we can make this lovely one. The combiner bot of the city of Cwcville. Oh yeah, I like. If you want to send me snacks from over there, that's okay. If you can do that, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. As long as they're like, just good snacks. I got other things going on, but they are blessed anyway, and they're right. They are blessed. And there's a little Cockney accent for you are blessed. There's one foot. And I caught that at the right time. I gotta pull this out now. Do-do-do. Muppity. But, oh no, it's green. So don't cheapen it. I'm not exactly a random Hatz's humor permit cheap trick individual. The randomness typically happens when I'm feeling really tired, excessively fatigued, or even potentially just overwhelmed. And I feel less overwhelmed right now. I feel more calm, so Boy, I'm certainly glad I painted some silver. That rollout has silver. I still need to watch episode 70 to present. The last episode I saw of this series still remains. The joke aside, get your minds out of the gutter. Episode 69. Well, that's on your part. You just pretty much did that for yourself by saying all that. Anyway, there you go. Leave. Sinner. Oh. A Japanese transistor radio. It's a Nakashiba. It's a Mark IV model. That's the one that's been discontinued. And it comes in a leatherette case with the one end. It comes in a leatherette case with holes in it so you can hear through it. And it comes with a wire with one end you stick in your ear, but you can't. The other end you can't stick anywhere because guess what? It's bent. I can't help it. I can't exactly. Well, I'm giving you random, just whatever comes to mind. I'm just essentially relatively calm and energized right now, so it's not like I can actually call it random. Oh, I don't know, but we'll consider that later. I can't make any promises right now, but perhaps we could have a talk later through email, but that's a whole different kettle of fish right there. But anyway, I am so busy. I meet a lot of individuals. I talk with everybody. I don't know. I'll pick your name and that. Hey, buddy. There's a little bit of randomness right there. You happy? Are you satisfied now with that? Oh, wait a minute. Here you go. My name is Jesus Christ Chansalachi Prime. I'm here to bless the world and pretty much help in clearing away every single toxic, evil, darkest sitting individual. Is everybody listening? Do you believe me? But seriously, I am doing that. Along with the other gods and goddesses, I am doing that. And I'm not going to end that because everybody should have faith and be satisfied. It is good. Alright. I just got to put the finishing touch for putting these lovely. I cannot totally clear him of autism, but he is blessed. I bless him anyway. And actually, autism is not so much of a curse. In fact, it's a blessing. You could typically stereotype someone with autism, at least mild or high functioning autism, varying levels on that with every individual, but everyone has them nonetheless. But autistic individuals essentially have a greater sense of autistic powers and abilities. They just don't really see that and appreciate it consciously. Not all the time, anyway. Meditate on that. That's enough said. Alright. Alright. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It is not muted. I can hear myself. I can see the wave. I can see the thing. I am not muted. And also, just I count the blessings that are happening right now that we haven't had too many interruptions aside from the one. But yeah, that is a thing. Maybe they could improve on just the connections of the port on the feet into the combined mode. Yeah, okay. Wait. Oh, right, on. Here. Yeah. Back a little bit. Let me hold that, please. Thank you. All right. Oh, down there. Okay. All right. I don't want to cover wrong space. Combined robot, big. And I'm just gonna put that behind back there for right now. But she can build that. The combined robot can't build that. Anyway, I present to you the combined robot Metatron. Medatron. And of course, with Christian Prime being acting as right hand on the combined bot there, this god level right hand, and with the sword gives Metatron a real edge against the kaiju sized foes. Although that's not necessarily an option because she got the overfused. Yes, got the big cannons right there. They got those two cannons right there, and then they can wield Armor Axe's axe. And of course, yeah. And then when Christian Axe's right hand on there, they can wield the sword. They can wield the sword. It's just a bigger version of that half, but just this works a lot better. That was just a previous request from somebody else on a paid comment. Simple as that. No big deal. What time is it? 8:46. Yeah, how do I get this? Alright. I'll give you something better. Dun, 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 dun. Believe it or not, Joe isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out or to pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home. Yes, thank you very much. It's the one. But I'll tell you what, now we got the expanded backstories and introductions of our Autobots of Cwcville out of the way. I shall bless you all. Let me see if I can do this in the right amount of time. Yeah, 2.5 pages is good. Alright, so I will give you all the benefits of this. All they need to do is just open their minds outside of the common religions and everything, because the truth is, all the good religions, the ones that are absolutely non-demonic, absolutely non-satanic, absolutely light-powered and good, and of course they just all the good religions, including of course Christianity, even Muslim, Judaism, and all sorts, along with the good things and all that, and also even the Chinese zodiac. That is a good thing. And the astrological animals, year of the rabbit, year of the dragon, all that. That's good as well, because essentially all the good religions and all the various scriptures all around the world and everything past, present, future, manifesting in present, as is, in process, in progress, individual pieces of the biggest complete puzzle and facts. Alright, now, give you all the backstory. Now I'll read y'all the first time that Megatron actually invaded the city of Cwcville and the Sanchun Roshu species. And then at this point, I'll let y'all have your fan fictions, though they may or may not necessarily be canon with the in general present timeline that Hasbro had originally stepped upon and chronicled well with Generation 1, the Hasbro and Takara. Anyway, it's canon. This is canon in all that. And, yeah. I guess I can't totally say, but still, it's an alternate dimension. But this is in the general neutral dimension. Figure it out as you will. Alright, anyway, I am going to read this to you. So this is a story of when Megatron and the Decepticons first invaded the city of Cwcville as well as the state of Virginia. The main attack of the city happened on Sunday, June 12, 2005, but months ahead, the spies, including Laserbeak and Ratbat, were on scout for data of energy sources and found the entire state of Virginia had a very healthy population of the Sanshoes and Roshu species, and a very high electrical power, energy, and Mach speed in high levels. Come mid-May, Megatron started plans on capturing a number of these Pokemon in traps while taking their speed and reaction times under consideration. He sent the Constructicons to eastern Virginia to build a central speed trap building with the conductor, and the Stunticons sped around the state to locate high population areas of the species. Megatron's plan was to corral as many Sanshoes and Roshus into the trap and drain their power and energy with the conductor. Magic-Chan had taken observation and consideration of prep works at the right times. For if he sent himself, Christian, his trained psychic Pokemon, or even the Autobots of Cwcville or any of the Sanshoes or Roshus there to prevent the act of construction, at the least, that would be also running right into their midst regardless of speed, and Megatron had equipped the cons he sent with psychic inhibitors, so to be in close range and teleport away was also hindered. You are blessed. Everybody viewing this is blessed. And everybody has viewed this and left, they all are blessed as well. I'm not presently reading manga. But I am reading My Little Pony Generations, where they actually cross over between G4 and G1. Cwcvilleguardian at gmail.com. That's on my Twitter, pinned down the top tweet. Thank you. But he foreknew sabotage and countermeasures needed to happen. The trap was on the outskirts. Thank you very much. The trap was on the outskirts of the metropolis of Richmond and had been designed to look like a typical skyscraper building on the outside. No. Anyway. The clearing and opening would be around completion of the construction when Megatron, Soundwave, and the Seekers would be present in the outskirts of Cwcville. Magic-Chan, Chris, and Sanshu were in talks with Optimus Prime to clue them in on the details. The Autobots made their drive and rendezvous trip on June 10th. The conductor had a limited range of up to 50 miles in diameter. Autobot teams were set and made their waiting game on the outskirts of Cwcville, Charlottesville, D.C., the highways closest to the Sanshoe and Roshu village. That's actually there, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, just it's about southwest of Cwcville, number of miles. Very quick to get to, and quite the short distance if you're a Mach speed runner, obviously. But anyway, Staunton, Fredericksburg, and the colony northwest of Harrisonburg to intercept the incoming cons. Been a long time, but I've played it a little bit. I've been more busy with a lot of the other more important details and things. Anyway. And when the constructed conduit was least occupied and guarded by Shockwave and the Constructicons, the structure would be attacked from the skies by the aerial bots and on the ground by Prime, Wheeljack, and Christian Prime with a few warriors. The Cwcville Autobots, Ironhide, Brawn, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, and a few others along with Christian, Magic-Chan, Sanshoe, Rosie Roshi Prime, and the other local special Sanshoes, Roshis were poised to defend Cwcville. It was meant to be so. I needed to be segregated away from everything and everyone. And I just need to be unplugged from technology for a while. I need to really connect with everything. And plus, manifestations needed to happen. Confirmation of details along the way, which I read about in the newspaper and heard on the radio. Including World War III. Anyway, where was I? The civilians had been evacuated and secured just to the southwest of the city. Megatron, Starscream, and his Seekers and the Stunticons were going in from the northwest and were intercepted and outnumbered. The psychic Pokemon set up massive barriers and light screens were set to redirect and counter incoming fire and missiles away from the buildings. Wave, Chapper, and Power Glide with Magic-Chan, Angelica, and Christian flew and outmaneuvered Starscream and his crew. Chris in his Sanji form even got the literal drop on Starscream by landing on his right shoulder in disguise, ran from shoulder to shoulder, and taunted Starscream before hitting him dead on with a thunder from above and a homing attack between the eyes. You know, Starscream, I get you feel underappreciated at times, yet you are among the top favorite Decepticons in popularity. Thank you. But even I know the arrogance needs to be stowed and your deceptive tongue humbled down and disabled. Sanju and some of the land crew I'm not going to respond to that one that just came by. I saw it. I read. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway. Sanju and some of the land crew took on Megatron and the Stunticons. Oh, actually, you know what? I got something for this. I have an image for this. It's more than appropriate for this. Here we go. We'll commit to that a little later when the point comes. Sancho and some of his land crew took on Megatron and Stunticons. The Stunticons combined to form Venusaur as Starscream fell, and the Seekers were outmatched. Wave and her team combined to form Metatron and took on Venusaur with their guns and sword. Sancho stood toe-to-toe with Megatron as he rammed old Buckhead with his shield and put some damage on Megatron's left arm and his fusion cannon with his John Lightning Blade. I felt that was a good time to pull out this lovely Secret Shift Gold card. So good. And yeah, Megatron looks like Becca's head, so he had just like Emerald Dose with Choice and Shockwave. Yeah. Did I ever tell you were a Buckethead? Yeah, you did. Many times. You even wrote a song about it. Oh yeah, I did. How'd I go? Alright. Buckethead, Buckethead, bags up Buckethead, Buckethead, bags up Buckethead, Buckethead, bags up Buckethead, 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 bags up Buckethead. You know what? That's enough. Here's me without the bucket on me. What do you think about that? Put the helmet back on. What? No, put the helmet back on. No. You gonna stop making fun of me? No, but seeing like this is gonna give me nightmares. And that was a review of one of the third-party Megatron Masterpiece figures. I forget the name of that one, but that was a really good outtake. Anyway, after Venusaur fell, Megatron shouted, "Retreat!" Meanwhile, at the conductor, the cons were taken by mild surprise at the sight of the incoming Autobots. Shockwave thought to activate the conductor, but by the time he was about to activate it from the control room after programming the restrictions of Decepticon energy, Mirage and Christian Prime rendered themselves visible and shot at Shockwave's one hand. Oh, my one hand! I gotta go bust him with the gun in my lap. You know how Shockwave looks. I know how Shockwave. You know how he physically is. Got the one thing that's in just the guns. He got one hand. Anyway, Optimus Prime, his team, and the Autobots combined to... Optimus Prime, his team, and the Autobots combined took on Devastator and blasting the base of the conductor before it could have been activated. Mirage and Christian worked together to outmatch Shockwave and disable the controls of the conductor. As the conductor started to shake, Shockwave made a strategical retreat with a blast through the wall of the structure. Mirage and Chris Chan flew out after he left. Oh, it's no different than my. No different than my. I say no more different than a voice to voice. What's Rosemary other name for? What's the name for Rosemary? The name of voice would be sound still just as sweet. What's in the voice? What's in the past tense voice? So what's in the voice? The present tense voice. Anyway. Keep faith, because it was meant to be as divinely planned and so. Now. Christian Prime's new Superior would need an edge against Devastator, so she swapped with the Aerobot that made his right arm and formed her famous combiner form sword in her combiner form's hand. I like Ami, Solar Mercury. I also like Michiru, Solar Neptune. I like intelligence and insight, and those are insightful and genuine. Oh, so she swapped with the Aerobot. Oh yeah, that made his right arm, and she formed her famous fire form sword in the hand, the combiner form hand. It's a distraction. And Chris Chan on Superion slash Bone Crusher off Devastator and forced the Constructicons to disassemble and retreat. The other Decepticon teams were intercepted and outmatched by the other remaining Autobot teams, and the cons retreated. Absolutely no Sachus or Roshus or any animals outside the outskirts of Cwcville had to flee, fight, or get harmed during the events of this attack on June 12, 2005. And all the special Sachus and Moshus in Cwcville were more than able to disable the Decepticons with their respective attacks and defenses as well. Sachi and Rosie were able to put a massive dent in Megatron's shins, and with homing attacks from them, the pair even gave a good look into old Megatron's eyes before smacking him in the face hard with electrical thunder punches. Anyway, everyone was healed and restored by Magic Chance, Angelica, and Chris's powers. Everyone on the good side, the Scientists and Roshis and the Autobots, so on. Good stuff. The conductor fell for rubble and scrapped, and unusable remains were salvaged by the Autobots. By sunset, everyone returned home to Cwcville, and it was quick to recover and resume everything. Oh, and Starscream complained of being smashed by a rodent and slammed by overcharged lightning as he flew shakily back to base with the others. Megatron fumed with how much he underestimated the real defenses of one city and a bunch of yellow and pink overcharged foes. And that was the first time Megatron invaded the city of Cwcville. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was actually good to meditate and actually able to write that out. There's a lot more details that happen from time to time. That, of course, the Autobots of Cwcville outsourced and went out to other places, worked with Optimus Prime and the others, and so on and so forth. And it was very good. You know, it's good. The ease and the better view from here. Yeah. I do admit the time in jail put quite the emotional pain on Barbara, but she needed to further develop as an individual outside of that. It was divinely meant to be, and she actually has improved for herself on that. She may be mentally unstable considering the age, but she's actually a lot stronger willed than that. And she's actually done very well. pleased to say that she has passed the test. And so, if everybody among the good, neutral good, light-powered, and righteous, and even neutrals that have been promoted to neutral good at the least, have passed the test throughout the test of time, but between late July 2021 to present. And then so on with all the other tests from the divine energies and the gods and goddesses. That's a question that would not be needed to be decided so. For to ask me that question is to ask yourself, would my past self, Jesus Christ, or more commonly, more pronounced as Jesus Christ Chancellor Prime. The question is, would that Jesus have won the battle against Goku? If Goku was in the past or other way? Oh yeah, they're on the C1975, but they're just like they're essentially just background individuals, really. Like, check it out, right here. I mean, it's a locker open. Let's close it. Boom, boom, boom. There, happy? There we go. Actually, that's a good time. Everybody happy now? All right. Anyway, unfortunately, I don't have access to that web page where it lets me know the history of any remaining paid commentaries. So I'm just going to go ahead and... Oh, okay, I can catch this one. I have played Fortnite for a while, and it was actually good. I played on Nintendo Switch and a little bit on the PC. Anyway, so there'll be no refunds given, and that's not a challenge. So please don't even ask. All right? Leave it at that. I appreciate everybody's kindness and support. Thank you all very much. That's the end of the stream for now. All of y'all have a safe, lovely, and blessed day. And Merry Christmas. All of you are blessed.